All right, Bob Chick here in Chicago at the Junior National Championships. Shawn, you were on this very stage, well, not this very stage, but in 1986 Niagara Falls.
Yeah, who the hell was president back in like 86? I mean,
we were in the Reagan. I think it was Reaganomics, bro.
Absolutely right. I was 20 years young.
Actually, both of us were on that stage. I didn't fare too well in that one there. I was there, actually. Didn't make the cut, but we weren't talking about that. But in 87, I was on that stage and won it all, Shawn.
I love reminiscing with you because you were there as a teenager with me, coming all the way. We're growing old together, man, but it's good to be back here, see these guys working towards that advancement of the sport. I mean, Pam Betts is doing a great job here in Chicago.
Well, the landscape has changed a lot since the days that you and I were on this stage. The Junior Nationals back then, only bodybuilding, bro. Men's bodybuilding, women's bodybuilding, that was it. 500 and something athletes here this year, though, but only 70, I think, are bodybuilders. So, you know, times they have changed, my friend, and you have changed with the times, though. MCing shows, putting out DVDs and exposés on bodybuilding and that kind of stuff. Now your own show, the Shawn Ray Classic. Very unique name, by the way.
Yeah, I mean, I wanted to make sure that people knew what show they were coming to. I'm putting that sucker on out in Maryland. I've got a partner named Scott Engel who lives out there. He's working closely by my side, and of course, my sponsors have come through tenfold because they recognize what I'm trying to do, which is give back, and I'm, you know, following in the steps of other bodybuilders that have their own shows. Of course, Dorian Yates had a show. We just talked to Adela Garcia. She's got her own show. A lot of bodybuilders trying to find ways to give back. This is a unique opportunity for me. We're in our second year. It's a national qualifier, so people can actually come in my show and go on and compete in the nationals in the same year later on in November. But I'm honored this second time around with Kevin Levrone coming on board, the Maryland Muscle Machine.
We talk about Maryland, bro. You got to throw the Maryland Muscle Machine in there.
Yeah, I said, dude, you got to be involved. He's all, I'll be involved, but one thing we got to do is we got to bring up Lee Haney, and I want to give him a Lifetime Achievement Award. So with Kevin coming on, we're bringing up Lee Haney. We'll do a seminar after prejudging and recognize Lee Haney's body of work. And reminisce about the old days. And of course, as a special feature performer, I'm bringing my daughter back for the second year. Asia Monet, she's a star of the Dance Mom show. Everybody loved her little.
Or the whole show. Let's just call it what it is, bro. But
it's cool to share the stage with her.
Well, let's reminisce a little bit, Shawn. Now, Kevin never shared the stage with Lee Haney. They were kind of in two different eras. But you are old enough, my friend, of course, and great enough, that you were on stage with Lee Haney. But talk to me about facing the great one on stage.
Yeah, it was awesome. I got a nice sniff. Mind you, I graduated high school in '84. And Lee Haney won his first Olympia in '84. So at no place in my economy in high school, looking at the magazines, did I think I would be able to stand on stage with him. Well, lo and behold, 4 years later, there I was in Los Angeles, getting a sniff in 13th place. And by 1990, I was taking third in the Mr. Olympia to the great Lee Haney and Lee Labrada. So I got some fond memories because he was a motivating factor in my bodybuilding economy, but we were apples and oranges, kind of like me and Dorian and Ronnie Coleman, but it was nice sharing the stage and watching what he did. And mind you, one little known statistic, this is a guy that won 8 Olympias and retired at 31 years young and is still married to his high school sweetheart.
And that's cool when you really talk about it because, you know, the landscape has changed, as we've talked about many times in bodybuilding. He retired at 31 after winning 8 Olympias. You know, much in the same as Arnold retired in his, you know, early 30s, I believe, after his run. But, you know, guys ain't even turning pro now until they're in their 30s, and some guys even in their 40s now. Right. So we haven't seen a guy like yourself, you know, turning pro at 21 years old, other than Dallas McCarver, I think, last year, who was close to that age. You know, why is that, Shawn? Why aren't we seeing the young guys, you know, that have not so much they're competing, but their physiques aren't at that level?
Yeah, I think the gene pool just kind of changed, man. We went through that one windfall, kind of like in the NBA, when you had Magic, you had Bird, you had, you know, Isaiah Thomas and Barkley and the mailman. I mean, basketball was booming in that time, and then it kind of thinned out, and you had a little scattered successes. But in bodybuilding, it's kind of the same way. That golden era was gone, and I'm part of it. And so to have Lee Haney come up and support our show and Kevin Levrone come up and support the show is awesome. Not to mention, I've got great sponsors in the form of Liquid Sun Rays. I've got Gaspari Nutrition, Labrada, Shreds, supplements. Who am I forgetting? I don't want to forget anybody. American Muscle and Tank Top Spot, and of course Where to Give clothing. I've got a lot of guys supporting the competition, which makes it possible for me now to be in a place where I can give back and give that next up-and-coming guy a trophy, the same way I received mine from Diana Dennis, a former female bodybuilder, professional, in 1983.
Well, Shawn, obviously you've got a million sponsors, which is great, and of course we always thank the sponsors because without them, none of the stuff that you see exists. Where can people get more information on your competition? You're in the Maryland area, surrounding areas. You want to go to the show, compete in the show, be a part of what's going on. Where can you find that?
The contest is going to be held August 17th on a Saturday at Goucher College. You can visit www.shawnrayclassic.com for all the registration, NPC card. All the information is there. Of course, we're on Facebook as well. We're taking applications right now. You can sign up via PayPal and all that good stuff. So we're making it very easy on the athletes. We've got tremendous gift bags for all the athletes, full of sponsor type stuff. And we'll wind up at Cheesecake Factory at the end of the night. So I'm looking forward to it. My mom's going to fly out and support the show. So huge event. MuscularDevelopment.com is going to be highlighting the winner on a In the Trenches training, and we'll have some play-by-play action as well.
You know it's a big event when the entire Ray family is going to be there, from Mama Ray to little Asia Monade at 7 years old, rocking the house. Once again, folks, for Sugar Shawn Ray, I'm Bob Chick here at the Junior Nationals.